Hey friends, Angela from Ayurveda Life here, and today we are going to be talking about Ayurveda and mindfulness. So this is a great video if you are not familiar with Ayurveda. So I'm going to give you the lowdown. I'm also going to give you a little homework assignment so you can learn a little more about Ayurveda and about your own unique body constitution. So first off, let's start talking about what the heck is Ayurveda, right? So Ayurveda is described as the Vedic science of life, and it is a 5,000-year-old healing modality that originated in India. And actually, I just did a recent podcast interview where they think it's even older than that. It might even be like 30,000 years old. So it's super old, super traditional, and it's commonly known as the sister science to yoga or the medical side of yoga. And Ayurveda uses yoga, diet, and herbal formulas to bring wellness to an individual's entire well-being. So what's really cool about Ayurveda is it treats everybody as an individual and as a whole, right? So it looks at everybody holistically, body, mind, and spirit, every aspect of their life, to assist in maintaining overall health. Now, as I said, Ayurveda looks at us as an individual, and how it recognizes us as an individual is through our body constitution. And this is also known as a dosha. So if you watch more of my videos, you'll hear me refer to the doshas a lot, or I might make some funny videos about the doshas or these archetypes. The three doshas are Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Now we have all three of these doshas within us. It's in our physiology, but we just have them in different proportions. So everyone's dosha or their constitution is unique. It's like a fingerprint. And each dosha is made up of 2 of the 5 elements, which are space, air, fire, water, and earth. And these doshas and these elements give us a greater insight to our own tendencies, and then also how our environment and everything that we consume, whether it be media or our food, affects our well-being, right? So we're gonna dive into this just a little bit here, but your homework assignment is gonna help you dive into it a little more. So what's so important again about understanding your unique body constitution, your dosha, is it really allows you to see that one size does not fit all, right? We've all heard that, we all know that, but a lot of times we still try to go for those diet crazes. I always make fun of celery juice, but everybody is like, oh, celery juice is in, so I'm gonna drink that now. But we don't have to do that. And, depending on your body type, that might actually be doing more harm to you. So this is why I preach Ayurveda, and I love it so much. So let's talk about, talking about our constitution, let's talk a little more about Prakruti versus Vikruti. And I know these are weird words. They're not weird. They might be weird to you, but they're traditional Sanskrit words that have been used in Ayurveda for however many thousand years old it is. Now, Prakruti, or while we are all mostly dominant in one dosha, so one of these archetypes, we are still comprised of all 3 doshas, meaning that we can still experience an imbalance in any of them. So to fully embrace this and use the energy of the doshas to better serve our well-being, we must practice mindfulness and understand the difference between our Prakruti and our Vikruti. So before we even go into that, let's talk about mindfulness. This is a word that is really popular right now. It's thrown around, but what the heck is it? And how can you tap into a little more mindfulness? So the dictionary definition of mindfulness is a mental state achieved by focusing one's awareness on the present moment, while calmly acknowledging and accepting one's feelings, thoughts, and bodily sensations, used as a therapeutic technique. And usually, I'll give a dictionary definition, but I feel like this definition hits it on the head. And if we want to simplify it even more, it's really just practicing being present, really observing how we are feeling and honoring that, right? It's also being mindful of how other people are acting, interacting, or feeling, right? And that's how we can use it throughout our lives or in our day-to-day life. Okay, so let's come back to Prakriti. So Prakriti is the rhythm of the world. That's how Ayurveda defines it. So both personally and universally. It is one's nature, also known as their natal constitution. It is the dynamic energy of consciousness. Now, your Prakriti is what makes you unique. It is that which cannot be altered or changed, but this is what we want to be in sync with. So your Prakriti is your unique combination of those 5 elements: space, air, fire, water, and earth at the time of conception. So this unique combination, this Prakriti, is what gives you your eye color, your hair color, right? Your skin tone, your teeth, your shape, right? Your general personality. So it makes you, you, right? Now your Vikruti is the constitution in the moment. So really that is your imbalanced state. One's Vikruti is their current state of dysfunction. It is the state that we are in when we are not in rhythm with our Prakriti. Now I know this can be kind of confusing. I don't want to overwhelm you with this one video, right? And if you do want to dive a little more into this, right, your homework is going to help. If you take the homework I suggest with this video, that's going to help. Otherwise, I highly recommend you book a one-on-one consultation with me, or you check out the Holistic Hub. So I talk about all of this a lot more in the hub. But right now you can just think of Prakriti as you, right? What makes you unique? Your unique combination of the elements of those doshas, and your Vikruti is your imbalanced state. And your imbalanced state can happen due to life events. It can be due to the weather. It can be due to the season. It can be due to what foods you are eating. So there's a lot of things that can cause you to go into that imbalanced state. So now your homework for today is to take the dosha test. So to discover your unique constitution, right? Where you land, what makes you you. So you're going to take the dosha test, and then when you take it, so there'll be a link in the description with this video, you'll take the test and you'll also get a little ebook that will talk about all of the doshas and their qualities, which is really fun. So I often describe the dosha test as like the 5,000-year-old Myers-Briggs test, right? So you get to learn more about your personality. You're going to think it's fun. You can do it with a friend if you want. But be sure to, this is my disclaimer, people love these personality tests and quizzes, and when they take them, often they put themselves in a box. So I want you to remember though, when you take this test, you are still a combination of all of those doshas, all of those elements, so you can experience an imbalance in any of them. So one might be higher at a certain time of day, or in a certain season, or a certain season of your life. So don't box yourself in, right? Be sure to practice mindfulness, right? And just using this knowledge of your unique constitution to help yourself play to your strengths. So thank you for hopping onto my page today. I really hope this was helpful. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Otherwise, happy quiz taking.